What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's edition of the On Purpose podcast, where it's our privilege and our honor to be here with you to share ideas and thoughts and help build momentum, man. Momentum's such an important word. Build momentum in what we're trying to achieve, where we're trying to go, where we're headed in our lives. And today I want to talk about something that's become really important to me and how I stumbled across this idea and how it now encompasses a lot of what I do, whether it's speaking, writing, podcasting. It's a core part of how I introduce myself, how I open rooms, and how I set the tone for the work I'm going to do and that we're going to do together. It's a simple phrase, but I think it carries weight and it gets a reaction and it opens doors that allow you into people's lives that maybe they're sitting there with their arms crossed. Maybe they're shut off. Maybe they got so much going on. They don't really know they have time for what you're talking about. It helps open that door. And it's simply this. It's dream chaser, right? It's not a slogan. It's not a brand. It's an identity. And it exists to wake something up in us that the world has often put to sleep, right? Most of us, when I think about that term, dream chaser, most of us are living with dreams that we've put on the shelf, that are on the back burner. And it's not because we don't care. It's not because we're not capable. But life gets loud. Responsibilities stack up, and our daily grind of what we have to do takes over. Before we know it, we're running on autopilot. We're on cruise control. And life's efficient, and it's steady, and it's passing us by every day. See, when I introduce myself, and I talk about being a dream chaser, that interrupts the pattern. It reminds us that beneath all the roles we play and the tasks we complete and the things we have to do, there's still a dream inside of us that wants our attention. That dream that wants movement, that wants breath, that wants to build momentum to becoming a reality. When I share that I'm a dream chaser with the people I get to be around, it helps bring them back to that place where their dreams are possible again as well. Right? And you see, this came out of my own journey. When I stumbled across this about probably a couple of years ago when I started introducing myself. And I got away from telling people what I've done to who I am. And one of the fundamental beliefs we have in our community and those that we get to interact with is that who we are is far more important than what we do. Who we are, how we treat people is much more important than the title behind our names. Right? And I've had seasons in my life where I stayed small, where I hesitated, where maybe I let fear or uncertainty talk me out of what I knew I was capable of doing, and I played it safe. And then I had other seasons where I stepped in and I went forward. I was afraid and I still got it done. And see, that word dream chaser represents that choice. The choice to move forward to a life we feel called to live, even if it's uncomfortable. Even when it's inconvenient and we don't have all the information. Oh, if I just study this a little longer, I'll be better at it. If I talk to this expert, they'll tell me how to do it even better. Or even this. Even when it doesn't make sense to anyone else. Right? Because no one else can chase your dreams. No one else can put the dreams in your heart. And no one else has the right to tell you not to pursue your dreams. See, Dream Chaser is about an identity. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't just talk about them. We pursue them. We pursue them. See, because the people we're meeting in our day-to-day life, if we're leading in business or our role, whatever organizations we belong to, The people we meet every day are bringing things with them. Stress, the deadlines they're working on, the weight of life, the to-dos. And when you talk about being a dream chaser, when you get them to separate for a second, you see them sit back and their arms uncrossed and they look and they go, wait, this is going to be different. Right? Because it shifts from task mode to truth mode. Who am I truly? Who am I honestly? What are my beliefs? It becomes from what I have to do to who do I want to become? How is today's work preparing me to be who I want to be tomorrow? It helps quiet the noise of the day and bring clarity to who we are. You see, when I share that I chase dreams, and I'll put up slides of whether it's MMA fighting in my 40s when everybody else thought, you're way too old to do that, but I tried it. Or selling our stuff and traveling in the Airstream for the last 5 years around the country, meeting so many awesome people that I'd never crossed paths with had I not done it. Or signing up to run a 30-mile race and it not going super good. So then the next thing I do is I sign up for a 100-mile race. When I tell you I'm a dream chaser and I show you those images, I'm not trying to hype people up. I'm not trying to create this, this momentary glimpse, but nothing that they can carry away. I'm simply trying to remind them of who they can be, to pull them back into themselves, to create a moment where they hear their own voice again saying, wait a second, I do have a dream. There is something more to this life that I want to pursue, that I want to become. My kids are looking up to me. And what are they seeing me do? They're seeing me go to a job and come home and talk about, for a lot of people, come home and talk about a job they don't really enjoy or the frustrations of the job or, oh my gosh, I have, 18 years, 12 days, and 46 hours till I can retire. We're conditioning our kids to think that's what life's supposed to be. But when I tell you I'm a dream chaser and I share those dreams, and they don't always work out. I stumble, I fall, I trip. Sometimes I get knocked out. But when I share them, you realize, you don't have to have all that to be a dream chaser. You just have to know what it is you want and then take action, because dreams are personal. And here's what I'd ask you, right? Are dreams really meant to be private? Right? Are dreams meant to be for you? Or when you pursue a dream and you share it with the world, a few things can happen, right? The dream becomes real to you because now it's out in the world. I've said it. I've written it down. Other people know about it. So it becomes real. It becomes possible. And what I love is it becomes contagious, right? Your vulnerability sparks courage in others. The honesty creates a connection, and one person's dream gives another person permission to name their own. So this is why it works. This is why when you step into that realm, it creates a collective momentum. It reminds us all that we're not alone in wanting more. That it's okay to want more. Yeah, I can be grateful for what I have, but it doesn't mean I shouldn't want more and for myself. I can be grateful for my family. I can be grateful for all the abundance. But I'm still allowed to have a drive. I'm still allowed to have a fire for what it is I really want to do, what I really want to become, who I really want to be. So how can we use this in our teams? How can dream chasers become a personal practice and a leadership tool? See, and that's the thing, right? When I talk about this in leadership classes, I'm tapping into who you want to be, but then I need to get you to tap into who they want to be. And see, when leaders share with their teams what their dreams are, what they're working toward, the big picture, it tells them, I see you beyond your role. That builds trust, connection, and connection builds performance, right? So many times in today's world, people are telling you, I don't want to be seen for what I would do. I want to be seen for who I am. This is part of it. And teams don't thrive because of rules. They thrive because of relationships. And relationships deepen when people feel safe enough to be their whole selves. This is why I use this talk at the beginning of my classes and my talking opportunities and the ability to interact with people, because it creates a space for honesty, reflection, identity. And I'm not asking them to dream bigger. I'm simply reminding them to dream again, to reconnect with the part of themselves that still believes they're capable of more, to remember the dream they've been carrying quietly, and to give themselves permission to move. You see, because if I can get them to do that, if I can do that, and then you want to do that, chances are you're going to see that opportunity for your children. You're going to see that opportunity for the other people you interact with. And they're going to see it in you, and maybe, just maybe, they apply it to themselves. So here's a challenge today for our team. Here's our challenge today. Name a dream you have. I don't care what it is. Something that you've dreamt about doing that's just sitting on the shelf that's not getting done. Share it with one person. Start the momentum building. Not tomorrow, not when life slows down, but today. Movement, any movement forward changes everything. So I want to thank you for being here. I also want to throw out a special offer here, and that is that I've just launched the Dream Chasers collection in our storefront, and it's a physical reminder of this identity, something you can wear, something that represents the commitment you're making to yourself and to others around you, that you are a dream chaser. And we're doing it to commemorate and kind of collaborate with Copper Kings 100 as we prepare in June for this race, and it takes a lot of sacrifice and time, which is perfect, right? Because dreams shouldn't be easy. You can grab your shirt at shop.teamhardy.net, and every purchase of the shirt, part of the proceeds from the shirts go to the Montana Endurance Trail Foundation, which takes care of our public lands and our trails in Montana, and Mission's Purpose, a support group for veterans and first responders. And you know how passionate I am about both those things. Use code podcast10 to save 10%. And let people know you're a dream chaser. When you wear that around, right, you're telling people, I'm chasing what matters. I'm moving with purpose, and I'm living my dreams. So thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you. We love you. And let's not leave those dreams on the shelf. Let's get out and get after them. Have a great week.